gonna get this going real quick, man. We're gonna get this going for like an hour or so. My goal is to go live every day in December, man. You know, that's my goal, man. I'm gonna stick to the goal no matter what. Every time I tell what's my goals and I say what I'm gonna do out loud, it really don't work. You know what I'm saying? I know uh 067 Unc said that as soon as you say I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, you tell people your business, you never follow through. But guess what? We're gonna do it. Now if I don't go live tomorrow, you know it's because of that superstition right there. I'm gonna go ahead and get a poll going real quick. What's good? One viewer. Right, move that to the side real quick, man. We're gonna be live for like an hour, man. Got me a little smoothie. So I can see apple, banana, uh, coconut water, carrot juice. I think that's it. Apple, banana, carrot juice, whatever the case. We got 50-50. Our looks, everything in dating is at 50. Uh, Two people. One person said yes, one person said no. This video wasn't even gonna be about looks. Thank you for the like. This video wasn't even gonna be about looks. This video was gonna be about more of a lifestyle design type of video. But I just feel like we gotta go ahead and look at it. What's good, Just? I was gonna call you Justine. I won't call you your real name. You want me to call you Justine or call you your other name? I'm drinking a smoothie right now. Banana, apple, carrot juice, uh, coconut water, and I think there's one more thing I'm missing. I forgot. That might be all though. Some ice. Call me anything you want to call me. Oh, I like that. I ain't gonna lie, I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. 10 people voted. 40% said yes. 60% said no. R looks everything. R looks everything. I'll tell you this for a fucking fact. I'll take you on. I'll take you on, girl. No cap. Hey, listen. Listen. I'll tell you this is a fact. When it comes to guys, we love looks. Like that's our thing. Um, Obviously personality does mean something. And we're gonna talk about that, which is why I wanted this video wasn't gonna be about looks, but I wouldn't fuck them. What you mean? I hate a dumbo. That's cute. Oh, you hate a dumb like a dumbass person. That's cute. That's understandable. That's understandable. That's understandable. That's what I'm saying. Like, um, I want to get this chat going so we can get some different perspectives. Cause Justine, you feel me? Like, we talk, you feel what I'm saying? But I know the truth. I know that look, there's dating coaches out here, right? And it's different beliefs, you know what I'm saying? Even here's the thing that really spoke to me before I turned this camera on. I said, even pimps know, you know, it's been, I want to say thousands, but yeah, thousands of pimps out here, right? Not all of them guys were um, uh, conventionally attractive guys, but they knew to look sharp. You a pimp? I know you a pimp. I could tell. I could tell you. You know, you could tell a female pimp they're gonna push up on you. You know, everybody got a different. Everybody got a different way of getting at somebody or flirting with somebody or talking to somebody. Um, hold on, let me see. Sam Hyde said personality is more important to women, looks to men. I disagree, bro. I disagree, bro. Like I'm disagreeing with that, bro. Like, yeah, like let's be real. Women don't want a pussy, a pussy guy, a pussy foot. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. But that's too obvious. I'm not even talking like that's too obvious, bro. And let's be honest. If you're that, then the conversation don't even need to be said. Cause you're not even gonna be in this chat trying to figure out game. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, if you got any heart, if you got any type of will or any type of thing to go out here and get what you want out of life, that means you're a part of something bigger. And if you look like shit, right? Hold on, I'm cooking. I'm cooking. Nah. On a real tip though, I just think that guys are easily tricked, bro, and guys believe anything that women say. So, like, like I said, I'm just using pimps as a reference point. I'm not trying to be a pimp, and I'm not trying to highlight them or anything. It's just psychology. You know what I mean? Psychology. People, it's scientifically proven that people who look good get treated differently than other people. Now that's what do they call it? A harsh truth. It's a ugly what they call it, a unpopular opinion and shit like that. But it's 2020, it's 2025 going to 2026. I don't think it's our jobs to hold people hands that feel insecure, who thinks that looks don't matter, uh, because it's just an insecurity, bro. We know. Think about how many women on the planet look at other women and be like, damn, I wish I looked like that. Guys do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You just can't read their mind. You don't know what another guy think, but they think that same thing. Man, I wish I looked like Chris Brown. I wish I looked like this. I wish I looked like that. But see, we do it because we see how many bitches they get. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'll be lying if I said there is not an average looking guys that like Justine said that are outstanding people, great athletes, people who got a mouthpiece, people who are intelligent so that their game is just better than another person's, their charisma is just better than another person's. I'll be lying. And that does tip the scale in their favor because when you are a stand-up person or a outstanding individual, it's going to tip the scale. So, but when people make it seem like looks are not a tip of the iceberg, they tripping. I'm not even gonna lie. And I'm gonna give y'all some reasons, and that's why I started the video. So let me go with reason number one. This one gonna hit, so y'all take notes. reason number one why looks do matter is because if you look good, say your father was an attractive person and you came from his nutsack, so you have his face. Um, the reason why looks matter is because from the moment of childhood to wherever you are now, you've been treated a certain type of way. Now, people will say, like, man, why does it matter? People will try to find any loophole to balance the scales because people, especially us men, we like fairness. We like, you know, like if we're fighting, we want to have gloves on. We both want to be the same heavyweight, featherweight. Leave the brass knuckles off. Don't fight dirty type shit. But in my opinion, it's dirty to tell guys that looks don't matter. That's dirty within itself. Why is it dirty? It's dirty because you think an attractive person can't see that being attractive is a luxury. Just like a person that's rich, they might take it for granted for a season or two, but then they're gonna realize, like, I'd rather be rich than to be struggling. I could have died on that side. There's no one going to convince me that being ugly or unattractive or even average looking is the way to go. Nobody can front. If y'all been watching my channel, y'all seen how I was dressing in my earlier videos. Y'all seen how what I was going through a season of uh what God call it what's that word, famine, a season of famine, no money, no changes of clothes like that, and no haircut, just and just like that, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. But let me get to the point why looks matter. So I got a lot of reasons, but I want to say this. I got a lot of reasons, but I want to say this outstanding reason. Now, let me get this out real quick. Okay, so number one reason why looks matter. You're gonna be more confident than somebody who don't feel like they look good. And let me tell you why, because this is what, when I say this, someone's gonna go in their head. A lot of y'all probably are gonna say, no, that's not true. I know a lot of average looking people who have outstanding confidence, and I do too. But here's the thing, right? Even when I was in high school, there was people who got more girls than me. But those people were alpha males, jocks of the basketball team. They had to be somebody. Otherwise, they were cooked. But I digress. Let's keep going. They were somebody, and they were getting women, right? Now, here's the crazy part. Even though those guys would get to the women first, they would still lose those women just like the attractive guy, right? The average guy, people trying to make it seem like it's even close to each other. A person that's average, that's a popular jock, will still lose a lot of bitches to an average looking, quiet person who lives in a shell. And when I say lose the bitches to them, not directly, but indirectly, because women are constantly looking for attractive people. This is the secret in the sauce. Because people don't want to keep it real. Because it's too easy to say looks don't matter that much. It's all about personality, because that's going to be more go along to get along. That's going to make more people click on your videos and feel like they got a chance at this shit. But that's bullshit, because that's like me signing up for the WWF or WWE wrestling. And yeah, I could make it in there, but a lot of people don't make it. The NBA, same thing. And when I say that, I'm saying this. I'm gonna use Justine as an example because she's attractive, like you feel me. So I'm not even gonna use you because I don't want to say anything that might offend or be disrespectful. So a beautiful woman, whatever. Um, Certain guys are like I said, they're popular people, attractive people, people who got shit going on. They'll have a chance with beautiful women, but women are gonna choose not who makes them happy. That's a myth. Women will choose who make them happy. I'm not saying they won't, but it's the minority versus the majority. The majority of the time, they're gonna choose somebody who they can't get over. Those are two different things. Those are two different things. They will settle for certain people. If two guys, here's the difference. Average looking guy, guy who's attractive. If both of them work at McDonald's, that attractive guy is going to have a better chance. Now, what guys are saying is, okay, if this guy don't have a mouthpiece or don't know how to talk and he's weird or whatever the fuck, because in reality, nobody's really weird. Let's talk about it. There's no such thing as weird especially when you love yourself. There's no such thing. That's a gaslighting type of point that people like to put out there because a lot of people don't love themselves. They don't know themselves. A lot of people they don't have a life. Like it's 2025. A lot of people have been manipulated into not going outside, not having any not they're not shaking hands, hugging people and kissing babies. They're not doing that. So as time has from the early 2000s to now, people's reality have kind of like narrowed down. Back in the day, you just had to go to school and you was gonna know everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, just off of proximity, if you were even an average looking guy at that point, you were gonna get some hoes. I'm not gonna hold you. It was gonna happen for you. Now, if you don't got something going for you, it's not going to work. But this is why it's easy to attack good looking guys because good looking guys are always insecure and weak. I mean, not always, but there's more insecure. There's a lot of insecure, good looking guys, just like there's a lot of insecure, good looking women. But see, this is the secret. Good looking people are not insecure. They're just human. So they can, from there, when you a good looking person, you don't have the same life as a person that's not that good looking. They think going without good looks can measure up to having them. Just like a person that's rich, they'll get bored with their money and be like, damn, it used to be funner when I was broke. But that's just their mind wanting the grass on the other side. But it's not. But they'll snap back into reality eventually and be like, nah. Like, you know what I'm saying? The reason why this was supposed to be reason number one, but I'm gonna say it is reason number two why good looks matter. You'll never kiss anybody's ass when you're a good looking person, and I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why you're less likely, you could be average or bad looking and still have this mentality, but I can only speak from how I seen shit and how I felt and feel. I might double text. I might do some shit that signals to that person that I'm kissing their ass in their imagination. They might be able to, imagine like or feel like, oh, this person really want me. Cause like women are going to try to look for that anyway. Like, especially if you're a good looking person, like they're going to hope for that type of situation so bad. That's the difference between a good looking guy and an average looking guy right there. If an average good looking guy double texts her, She gonna be like, nigga, I expect for you to do that shit. You're ugly. Like, you know, that's the bear. That doesn't move her at all. She's like, this is the type of guy that he's not nothing to stare at. Like, of course he's gonna double text me. Of course he wants some pussy. Of course X, Y, and Z. But a guy that she finds attractive doing that same thing means so much to her that it's not even funny. Now people will say, why does it matter? That the average looking guy didn't fuck her and you didn't fuck her. That's an ugly statement right there. A good looking person don't give a fuck about fucking the way an average looking guy give a fuck about fucking. Far and large across America, across the world. And that's why if a good looking guy got a mouthpiece and an average looking guy got a mouthpiece, guess who's gonna fuck the bitch? She might sleep with the average looking guy, but she would have married that good looking guy. Good looking guys don't even take women serious until catastrophe takes place in their life where they have to do it. They about to get shot by the ops. All right, it's time to have a kid and settle down. That's two different realities. Looks matter. People trying to say looks don't matter, but you got to be specific because you got to point out exactly who. You know what I'm saying when you say that, because it's so many different people, and some people are looks maxing. I agree. A lot of people right now, because this is some new shit. A lot of people are looks maxing, but when I was coming up in the 2000s, and I'm sure other people before me seen that the only type of looks maxing was getting your hair cut and getting waves or getting braids or being a pimp and having a jacket, like a nice jacket or something that symbolized that you got status and rank. And what does status and rank do? It makes you look better. Everything is centered around looks in our 6 or 5 senses. But I will say, if you look good and you turn women off, there's gonna be people that don't like the way your energy is, the way your vibe is. That's that. But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, a good-looking person wouldn't even give a fuck if they turned somebody off. Not people think good-looking people are cocky. They label you that. You could be the sweetest, hardest person on the planet, but because you look good, you're in trouble with your immediate friends or whoever, because it's something about you niggas don't like, or whatever the case. And that's a whatchamacallit. That's like traditionally known. Like that's like a habitual thing. I'm not the type of person to be like, man, this person hating on me, this person hating on me. But what I'm saying is that if somebody want to work on their looks, it should not put another person in pain. Like they should be like, man, because looks is subjective, right? So what you mad about? You know, why would you be mad if looks are subjective and people have the right to go get a different hairstyle or like I'm gonna give y'all an example. Like someone like Playboy Cardi, he'll go get his nails done, he'll do all this fancy shit, and women be saying, yo, he's attractive. He got a nice face card, whatever the case. The other day I was looking at one of his fan pages and it was girls all down and shit, right? But guess what? What you call it? Nobody's gonna pull him to the side and be like, man, you're looks maxing. Like he's gonna get a bad bitch. But no one's gonna say like, yo, this famous guy's looks maxing. Because he's famous and he's already in the spotlight, so you just fall back. But looks matter, bro. I'm just trying to get people to see that shit. Like looks matter a lot because the reason why people think looks don't matter is because they're not the person with the naturally pretty look. Because pretty boy look, because in reality, let me tell you, let me put it like this. Looking good it'll make you not give a fuck to a certain degree. And I think people hate that because it's like you can't compete with a person who don't give a fuck. Because if you secure, you know you look good. Most people, especially like I said, from the 2000s or maybe even before that to where we are now, if you're a attractive person, you never had to really worry about, like people think if you're average looking, then you stop worrying about your looks because you're like, yo, I'm average looking, like looks don't matter. Because so I just go talk to the bitch because I don't look that, I'm not a pretty boy, and I can just go talk to the bitch. That's a myth because deep down, everybody has been traumatized by a pretty boy. My bad, y'all. Is the sound working? Everybody has been traumatized by a pretty boy. They're like the number one enemy on the planet. You see what I'm saying? Um, uh, because let's even look at number 3 or number 2, whatever one we're on, right? Health and looks are synonymous. Health, wealth, and looks are synonymous. So when we all was poor, because everybody grows up with a struggle story, right? Everybody grows up with it. I'm not AI. I'm reading you right now. Everybody grows up with struggling, right? And when we look at TV, because we all had a TV, we see Jamie Foxx, we see C Breezy, we see these stars. Women going crazy over the stars, right? Everybody, even if you was raised by a mom, your mom gonna tell you, oh, look, that's Alicia. Like my mom used to tell me, look, there go your girlfriend, Alicia Keys on the TV. I didn't even like Alicia Keys like that, but she was pretty as fuck. You feel what I'm saying? But there's millions of girls who want to look like Alicia Keys. So my point to say that is that good looking people are known for being on TV and being stars. So when you say looks don't matter, or people will say looks can't make up for certain things, like it can't make up for certain other things. It doesn't have to. Because when you look good, you don't give a fuck. Now, if you're looks maxing and you're an average looking motherfucker, but you're looks maxing, but you're average looking, but you're trying to be a pretty boy. See, you got pretty boys, but then you got people who trying to be pretty boys. That's where that shit get differentiated. Because women like naturally attractive people. So they like both though. That's the crazy part. See, women like a myriad of different things. And this is why when people say looks don't matter, it's ridiculous because that's the one that's really gonna fuck the bitches. Even when we growing up and nobody know what to say because nobody has a mouthpiece because we're too fucking illiterate to game and we're too young, they're going to beeline and find that attractive nigga. But what I'm saying is people sleep on how much self-esteem that will give that person as that person gets older, as that person grows, people think because they meet you at a point where you're struggling that you're not that guy. But listen, I'm not saying looks is everything. And I don't want y'all to misinterpret that. I just genuinely know that looks do. It's like looks saves lives. LSL. Looks saves lives. Looks saves lives. You know, when you look good, and I'm talking like you're a good looking person, not you look good, but you're a good looking person. Um, when you go get a haircut and shit, it just look different. And then when a girl rejects you or walks past you or don't want to fuck you, you know that it doesn't it doesn't cut you, it doesn't hurt you, like it ricochets off of the shit. Like it doesn't mean anything. So when people say looks don't matter, it's a lie from hell because they're trying to get a good looking people to think that they have to be something else, but really you don't. God gave you looks. You know what I'm saying? Like if you add the mouthpiece or the other shit to you, you're gonna just be way more attractive than other people. That's the craziest part. But looks matter. Looks matter, bro. Nobody can say like people can say whatever they want to say actually, but it's a good argument. It's a good debate point. You know what I'm saying? It's a great debate point, but looks definitely matter. People would never accept it because that's like saying your race don't matter or your race matters. It's a great argument, but we can clearly see that that should be mattering. But people, it hurts. You know what I'm saying? It will hurt somebody. You can't, and people probably wonder, bro, why are you so passionate about this shit? Listen, man, I don't seen that shit since I was a child. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not. I mean, I think I'm the best looking guy in the world, period. But I know other people might not think that. Okay, cool. I don't give a fuck. Like I said, I don't have my fair share of experiences in my skin to be like nobody can't move me in that area. Like people could say whatever because people are gonna say whatever. And people have always, we used to cut on each other all day, you know what I'm saying? But nobody's off limits to get cut on. Even women could get cut on, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't do that no more. Like I don't bash women, but I'm saying when you young, we all cut on each other. Like it'd be a pretty girl, some, but some would be about her, and she might not make the cut. You know what I'm saying? She might not make the cut, and that's why it's so crazy. That's another reason why looks matter right there. Because when you grow up with that self-esteem right there, guys will pedestalize women, but a guy who looks good won't. He can't because they got their own perspective from everybody else, and they're gonna see a good looking woman like everybody else, but it's just gonna be they're not going to be as phased. Like if I see a guy with a chick and like like she's beautiful, like that means nothing. Like I don't give a fuck. Like who cares? Like um it's levels. There's levels to that. That's why looks matters. But women also hate good looking guys, just like other guys hate good looking guys. So with that combination, good looking guys have to ignore everybody and just do their own thing because there's no side that they can side with, because the only side you can side with is real friends that fuck with you and real bitches that fuck with you. But any form of debating or all of that type of shit, it's like gaslighting. It's like gaslighting because they don't have to tell you you look good. And that's the one thing that people gonna always have over good looking people. They could always say either you're not that good looking or looks don't matter anyway, or anything. People are trolls. So like, what's understood don't have to be explained. If you look good, then you don't even have to talk about looks or talk about um anything. It's like that saying, like, like I'm going to talk about looks because I feel like looks is a great point. I feel like if everybody works on that part of themselves, they're going to feel better. Like, there's a reason why guys go get haircuts. There's a reason why, and I'm not saying it's for women. I'm saying they just go get haircuts because instinctively they know this makes me feel good. This is self-esteem shit that I do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, um, if your hair is nappy, you still could have self-esteem. Like I said, I was bumming it all last year and still was approaching chicks. I ain't never bum it like that in my life. You know what I'm saying? And I approached the most chicks in my life in that window of time. And I was showing myself, like, you don't have to look your best. You don't have to look good to do this. That was an internal thing I was doing, a self-fulfilling test for myself. And I passed because I know that I don't have to look good or feel good to continue to be good and do what I know I need to do for myself as a man. So I'm not trying to take anything away from average looking guys or hideous niggas, but if you hideous, you better go get a haircut. Fuck you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, like I said, let me read. Hold on. But I just gave y'all like 3 reasons why looks do matter. And people going to try to fight, in my opinion, to the end of the earth, to the end of time, to prove that looks aren't everything. And I'm not saying looks are everything. That's the funniest part about it. I'm not saying looks are everything. And I'm not even saying you can't have looks and do horrible in dating. But what I am saying is that if you look good, you're not gonna care the way someone else gonna care. Cause the way your brain gonna be wired, you just not gonna give a fuck. You're just not gonna care. It is like another dimension in your brain that's accessed where you just don't care. You just don't give a fuck. Like, I'd rather like die looking good, like, and with no bitches just beating my meat, than to be hideous and have a bunch of bitches. Because a bunch of bitches, they're gonna stress you out anyway. They're gonna annoy you even if you're hideous. That's what hideous people don't understand. You're not doing anything by being hideous and having a bitch. Like, you're not doing nothing. You're doing what people just doing regular shit. It's like eating a sandwich, bologna sandwich. Is who cares? Looking good is something that people admire. That's something that people have always admired or hated. You either hate it or love it, but you can't really fuck with somebody who's attractive. And people will front, like, people will come around attractive people and front, like, they'll hold their tongue about how, like, people won't call you like, oh, you're attractive, or people won't keep it a buck because they know you look good. And sometimes their brain is wired in a way where it'll tell them that they'll get more out of this situation by holding that information off the table, by not letting you know you're attractive. If people was more real, shit would go further because communication rules the nation. Most guys like women who kiss their ass. Guys like women who kiss their ass. Even if guys say, man, I like to go out there and I like to show the woman that I'm the man. That's true too. But most guys like women who show that they're on the guy. They're fucking with you. Women will let a guy know she like him and then she'll fall back. You know what I'm saying? She'll fall back because she want to see him, you know, pursuing shit like that. But like I said, if you're attractive, most women gonna You probably don't have a fair share of women pushing up on you in your lifetime. That's another reason why looks matter. Lil Wayne said this in 2000 and I think 6 or something. He said, confidence is a stain that you can't wipe off. It's a stain that you can't wipe off. That's like how you're wired. Like if you've been called cute or attractive or handsome since you was a kid by multiple women all the time, every time you and your friends went somewhere to talk to some chicks, they said, "Oh, I like him." You know, um, you didn't have harsh rejections early in life. Your brain is different than other people's brain. Just off of that. And it's hard for people to tell you you're not that nigga. And I'm not saying you are that nigga. You could fall from the heavens and become a fuck nigga. But still, you're not ugly at the end of the day. And that kills people. They hate that shit. They hate that shit. Because at any moment you could put that shit on and you're gonna be actually a threat. You're gonna be a threat. I ain't gonna lie, because here's the thing. People like to trick their own brain into believing when they see something they don't want to see. Like people would trick their own brain like man, I'm happy this person life going this way because they're an attractive person. If you go through anything, they're happy about that, like deep down. That's still so crazy to me. I ain't gonna lie. But let's read all of this so we can see all of. I'm not saying all of y'all saying some bullshit, but we're gonna see a bunch of. I already see a bunch of people saying what's politically correct. But this is why guys' daughters is gonna get hit by a good looking nigga. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. No disrespect, but even me, like you know what I'm saying. If I have a daughter, like that's just the natural nature. Because women don't really, they like a lot of different things, but they're gonna be crazy about that guy that they find physically attractive. Let's and I'm here to to say that because a lot of guys feel that way, that looks mean everything. I never said it mean everything, but I'm just gonna keep it a buck. It does matter. Because a woman that knows that guy looks good, she also knows he could get some other pussy. And subconsciously, they've been programmed to realize that first. It's just like when you go into a store and everybody been talking about that store, or you go into a store and you're like, okay, they got good meat in here. They got good lamb and chicken legs. But okay, everybody also fuck with ShopRite and this and that. They food not the best, but everybody fuck with them. They gonna eat regardless. The I'm gonna eat regardless mentality is stronger in handsome people or pretty women than people who they don't feel that way. So they can't even, people that are attractive don't even like to be next to other people who um have flaws either. They're just insecure around the board. They don't like to be around too good looking people, two people too good looking, and they don't like to be around people who have flaws because both of those things make them feel cringy, like damn. They always feel like they could be doing better. Like they're not genuinely comfortable in their skin the way somebody who is but there's attractive people, and I think all attractive people deal with that too, because again, they are humans. They deal with that same shit. As far as we all go through insecurities, you know what I'm saying? That's everybody, because you're human, and it's gonna be trials and tribulations and everything in life. But when it comes to women, man, your attitude is just different when you've been chosen too many times. Especially if you ain't have to have a mouthpiece. You didn't have to have the most important thing that people are calling the most important thing. You never had it. You never had a mouthpiece. Thank God for them that he didn't have it, because if he had it, he probably would have been in such a different league. He probably wouldn't have been able to be hanging out with certain people, because that's facts. Like this is I digress. I'm not even gonna say too much. But women know what's up. They be trying to run that game and try to make it seem like it's not about looks. Because it's politically correct. Every man can't look good. Every woman can't look good. That don't make the world spin. The world spins with duality, black and white, sun and moon, left and right. So if I'm a woman, I'm saying that too. I'm not gonna be the one woman that look like I'm surface based. I'm gonna say what the rest of the bitches say. Hey, hold on, nah, cause there is some real niggas that ain't attractive. So that's that. That's facts. That's facts. But that's the great debate right there. That's why guys hate pretty boys, because you don't gotta be a real nigga. You could be a snake ass nigga and fuck every bitch in the neighborhood. That's why I believe that guys who look good get the worst treatments in life, because it's like you might, the chances of you not being shit go up quite naturally. She said, I hate a dumbo that's cute. I wouldn't fuck them. That's just me. I'm all the way back at the top. I'll go through. And that's another thing. Like Justine said, you can't be dumb, but not knowing you're attractive is the first problem of a dumbass attractive person. Like, there's so many gaslighters on the planet that withhold information. If you're attractive, see, this is the difference between girls and guys, right? Girls will tell their girlfriends, you're pretty, you're attractive, even if it hurts, because women are like built like that. But men won't say nothing. They'll just be like, this nigga coming around again. Or if they embrace you, then it's like I don't see people show love about looks, and I seen both, man. But I'm just saying, I think men, we move differently. Like, so it's just like, if you're attractive, you might still not, if you're not Michael Ealy and you don't got blue eyes and shit, and women don't go crazy every time they see you, it's a good chance you might be attractive. You just not getting to just do. You know what I'm saying? Because the way the world is built, it's not built around It's not built. Good looking people are put on a pedestal, but they're not the builders of the planet. It has nothing to do with looks. So it's like, if you happen to look good, that's a blessing. But the world is built by handymen. It don't matter what you look like if you're a handyman. But that's the duality. Guys think that being a handyman is more important than looks. But when it comes to this dating shit, I disagree. When it comes to life, it's a flat chessboard, every man for himself. But when it comes to the dating shit, you just can't do it. Because there's gonna be some women that you really want that you can't get because they look too good, that want that guy that look good. It could be two guys, but then there's guys that are average looking, that are, wavy individuals, you know what I'm saying, that supersede a lot of handsome men. So then it's like, it brings balance. But to say looks don't matter is crazy. It's just that there's some guys who don't got no fucking swag that might have some looks, and then that makes some people think that looks don't matter. But nah, looks matter. It's just some niggas is just they never been cool in the beginning. They never was cool. Never was cool. So you can't even count them niggas. They never was really talking to any bitches or outside or doing anything. So that can't even count. You know what I'm saying? That person looks can't save them, because his personality gonna be so bland that he don't even know how to, he can't get a bitch to save his life. You feel what I'm saying? And then people gonna take that one good looking person and then think that looks don't matter, because that's deep down what they want to believe, that looks don't matter. People need answers, but I'm here to tell you, looks do matter. And if you have personality and looks, then it's over. You still not gonna get every bitch, but who cares at that point? You don't. I'm telling you, when you really a good looking person, chicks that guys in your friend group and shit like, you're like, bro, she's like a 5, bro. I swear to God, I used to tell certain people that, like, bro, like, she's straight, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even lie to you, bro. If she was that, I would have told you, bro. I swear to God. What I got to lose by telling you that, nigga? Hey, if she was 5, I would have said it because I would have wanted it too. Fuck you talking about? Ain't no lying. But I also can't tell him that he don't find her to be a 10 or 9 or whatever the fuck he see. So it's kind of just duality. It's just like people see what they see, you know what I'm saying? Like in that's also true. Like a woman might see a guy that could be possibly a 9 or 8 or some shit like that. And then in her mind, she's like, okay, he's like a 6, he's like a 5. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of chicks like me growing up, but there was always that one or two that just didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, but majority rules, so you don't give a fuck. You just can't give a fuck. Like it might throw you off at first, like damn, she a hard critic, but it doesn't bother you. Um, it just make you want to fuck her a little bit, but just to prove a point. But that's because we stubborn as guys. Personality is more important to women, looks to men, and that's what I'm saying, bro. I disagree with that. Um, and that's what society wants y'all to think, and we fell for that for the last 30 years. We fell for that, bro. Because what if you look good, her brain gonna configure the rest out. Like she gonna configure it. Like her brain gonna wrap around, because women are adjustable feminine creatures in the fucking first place. Unless something about you turns her so much off, then you could fuck. If that's not the case. So that goes to show you how important looks really are, right there. Because you literally have to do something that turns female species off in general for her to not be open to sleeping with you at that point. So that's why guys are fooled when they say personality is more important to women. Who told you that? Some YouTuber told you that, or some other guy. There's guys with personality and they get a lot of bitches, but like I'm not gonna say they not hideous because that don't, I just, bro, listen, I don't know what these niggas is. Nah, it's important to be attractive enough to be attracted to a partner. Then it's all about personality. It's important to be attractive enough to be attracted to a partner. Then that's what I'm saying. Like if you're at your looks baseline, LB looks baseline. If you're getting haircuts weekly or every other week, you got a couple hoodies, a couple pairs of jeans, you know what I'm saying? You got some cologne, you smell all right, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna miss a bitch. Like you're not gonna care, and that's gonna make you more attractive. Like you're not gonna give a fuck. That's the thing that's gonna give you the swag. That's what's gonna give you the swag. That's what's gonna give you the swag. Swag is I see you, I'll fuck you, but I don't give a fuck if I fuck you. And that's gonna touch her soul. You know what I'm saying? Every time, if almost every time. Mo Lester said, "Do you use?" Justine said, "I'm a pimp, chill." Brad Rose said, "Just in case no one told you lately, you are loved, you are important, and you matter, and never doubt your worth because you're worth the world." Thank you. I'm gonna charge this. charge this stuff, man. Yeah, man. There are some important characteristics that have zero to do with your looks, though. It has zippo to do with your looks. Let me just say that now while we're halfway through the video. There's some qualities like being a man, like handling your business, uh, getting shit done. Um, but all of that integrity talk shit that people be saying, bro, that shit is. I'm not saying integrity don't matter, because it does. But I'm just saying all of that super characteristic shit, all that super galactic fighting in the middle of a fighting in the fucking what's the movie 300 or 600? What's that movie? Three was it 300? Some having muscles and all that shit. Listen, man, it's all psychology, bro. She either like you or she don't. You know what I'm saying? She either like you or she don't. You know, uh, and shit like that. Hold on. An ugly pimp has a great personality. That's why he's able to pimp. Um, that's true. I'm not saying personality don't matter. I never said personality does not matter. You would never hear me say that in life. You're right though. Yeah, the pimp has charisma. He has charisma. Um, but as you can see, a lot of the stuff that people love in pimps are nothing more than tactics that you can go online and find out how to have yours for yourself. A lot of guys are just too lazy, or they're working a 9 to 5 job at Little Caesars or some shit, and they don't study how to have a better personality at all. How can you be mad if another guy took the time? Because if you're a pimp, right? Because you're missing this point, Sam. You said that, but I'm gonna say this. If you're a pimp, that means you study game. You don't just have it. You don't just people think because you see a pimp that he just has it. Or if you see a jock at school, he just has it. He's a natural. But people are liars, bro. People will say, man, like Sam just said, he has a perfect personality. That's why he's able to pimp. No, he doesn't, man. Not all the time. Maybe somebody do, but somebody also don't. And they're able to pimp too. They're able to pimp as well. Um, I feel like people make excuses for why they don't got what they want. Cause I don't made a lot of excuses. So I don't give the benefit of the doubt. Um, and there's no such thing as an ugly pimp. Because like you said, if you have personality, you're first of all, a man can't be ugly. I'm gonna call men ugly because we grew up calling each other ugly. There are some hideous creatures, but I'm not saying that like that. I believe as a man, we have a privilege. We have the privilege to be able to be average looking. We that's a blessing. If I was like a 3 or 2 or a 1, I would have to lean on my personality. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all niggas. I would have to. It doesn't mean my personality is better than a good looking person's personality. That's what ugly people wish or want to think or they need to feel. But it's just a harsh reality. You know what I'm saying? A person that look good might not even say nothing to the bitch. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So it's like there's just some things, bro, like a $50 bill ain't $100 bill. Would you rather take a $50 bill or $100 bill? And that's men are just a more harsher reality of that fact. If we see a chick that we love, see, you gotta grow to be a real nigga to be like, all right, I love her. I've been a real nigga though. Like my chick could be a 6. And I'm gonna, if you talk shit about my chick and you say you got a fat ass or something, I'm still gonna bash you. I've been like that though, but that's because I have self-esteem. See what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna let you talk shit about nothing I'm doing, and that's me having confidence or being a man, whatever the case. But he said, "Yo, game was good. Historically, Jesus walked the earth. He claimed to be God, died on the cross, and was seen alive by many. If that's true, the one who overcame death offers you forgiveness and everlasting life." Man, Justine said my phone died. Rocco said both CEOs are male and tall. It's the same thing in reverse. What you mean? I don't know what you mean by that, bro. Justine, crazy. I just read that. Look at what Justine said. Anyway, I want to fuck you. Hey, listen. We could arrange that. We could arrange that. We could arrange it. We could arrange it. She said Chris Brown is cute. Women love Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? Women love certain people. You know what I'm saying? The Trey Songs of the world and um the model-esque looking people, the Michael Ealy's of the world and shit like that. And if looks don't matter, why is Michael Ealy fucking them bitches on the cast? Why is he doing that? Why they choosing up? Sam said, I think I'm agreeing with you. I just said it wrong. Looks matter to men with women, and men want a good personality with women. Yeah, because women be lying, bro. They don't even give a fuck about that personality shit. They just know how to trick stupid people who can't get no pussy. Not saying they stupid, but they people who are illiterate to. Okay, like I said, since they were young, they chose who was cute, not who was right or politically right or whatever the fuck. They chose that since a little girl, right? As they get older, don't really much change, but they might go through some traumatic shit, and that changes them for sure. But I'm saying like that when they're healed, they're just gonna snap back into their truth, which is what they felt about shit in the first place. When people heal themselves, they go back to who they was with before they went through whatever the case, and that's facts too. But a good looking person is public enemy number one, even to me. Like there's chicks in high school that to this day they don't even look the same, but they touched me in that time period to where they're gonna always forever be a legendary in my mind. Like that's how attractive they was to me at that time. And that's impressionable. You're impressionable when you're younger. So then that impression never goes away. Just like Freddy Krueger, if you're scared of him, he's gonna always be scary to you. Even if you learn to watch the movies and accept that it's just a movie, you still don't want that smoke with that figure at the end of the day. Or some people scared of Michael Myers. I've never been scared of Michael Myers, but he does it for some people. You know what I'm saying? But that's their own internal. He fit into what the characteristics of what scares him. But nonetheless, every horror movie you don't want no smoke. Just like every attractive person you would fuck. But there's just some people ain't gonna do it for you like that other attractive person. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you don't want, people are malleable. Nothing is fixed. Meaning like nothing is fixed, meaning like a woman know deep down if she get in a relationship with a halfway attractive looking guy that he can grow on her, which is dangerous. So they will hide from attractive people sometimes, and they will try to control the controllables. But in reality, life is not controllable. Life is not controllable. But that's why it's like that, bro. Um because women will say, I want a guy with muscles, or a guy who has a mouthpiece, or a guy who can stimulate me. But really deep down, they want, they don't know what they want. I don't really know exactly the every woman's um internal taste buds, but it's just different for everybody. But one thing's for sure, if you're hideous and you get the bitch, some attractive guy is gonna be at a club or at a bar or somewhere, and she's gonna look. And just because she dating you, don't think that she's not gonna say, "Damn, I'll suck it," or "I'll do this," or "I'll do." Don't ever think that shit. If I run into Michael Ealy, if I see Chris Brown at a concert, I'm not gonna take a photo. I'm not gonna sit on his lap. You crazy nigga. And it's not because his personality and he know how to do graffiti, nigga. It's because they think he's hot. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? The fuck are we talking about? What are we talking about? Your looks, yeah. If she don't like you, she don't like you. If you're not sexually attractive, you could be handsome and not sexually attractive to certain women, of course. That's life. You know what I'm saying? Uh, it's gonna be times in your life where your testosterone is through the roof, your hormones, and you maybe when you're younger, you look stronger and this and that, and you get older, you know, whatever the case, you might have periods in your life where you're more attractive than others. Uh, but nonetheless, if you at your worst may be better than somebody at their best. So it's like in that regard, you would rather look better than somebody else. If God gave everybody the choice to look good or not, no one's picking the not. So where are guys trying to muster up this lie and make it seem like they're fine with just that mouthpiece shit. Yeah, mouthpiece matter a hell of a lot, but you can't. The most thing guys could do, or anybody could do, is just be comfortable in their skin. Period. Because there are a lot of average looking people who go up points because they're comfortable in their skin. It's not even about mouthpiece. It's not even about none of that shit. It's simply accepting who you are. It magnetizes people to you. It's like somebody gonna reference you to like to somebody who's attractive. And then when the attractive person call it damn and start kissing your ass, then you just want a whole group of people. You know what I'm saying? That's how that shit work when you average looking. Cause you're not just fucking just on the walk up like that. And that's what people trying to make it seem like, but it's not happening. Um it could happen though, but it's not happening. Rapid by nature said, you ever take a poop and try to see how long you could make the first place first piece before it splits? Nah, that's crazy. Justine said hearts all over the world tonight. Yeah, that shit. Yeah, Chris Brown got some fire shit. I'll be listening to a couple of his shits. I'll be humming. I don't sing and shit. I don't sing, but I'll be humming. I hum sometimes, and yeah, he that nigga. Chris Brown that nigga, man. Real talk. He that nigga. I ain't gonna lie. He got some shit. Um, but it's a couple people. I got Bobby Valentino on the list. I got what's the couple old school folks. I forget their name. Uh, it's a lot though. It's a lot on the list. I got Neo up there. I got the Neo. The song. It's the song go. It's called The Mirror or Mirror. One of those joints. I got Marcus Houston on there. I think that's called a song called Favorite Girl. I got Pleasure P up there. Listen, I listen to all that, and I hum to that shit. When I get bored or when I feel like I need to, raise my vibration, I hum to that shit. And I remember the lyrics too. Help me remember the lyrics. Fearless said I stopped dating. I've made more money than I ever have. To date me, she has to add value. I fuck with that, bro. I fuck with that. I fuck with that. I fuck with that, man. And at the end of the day, anytime people hear the word max now, they get a phobia. Whether it's money maxing, looks maxing, or any type of maxing out on anything, people just think that you. But when has any sport or any game required you to not do your best? That don't make sense. So whether you even semen retention gets a bad rep. When has it? All pimps know about semen retention. That's what makes them able to outdo other men by not giving it up so fast because they gotta make it about other shit. But how would they be able to be that powerful? It's not in mankind's nature to be that way. They found ways to be that way though. Going after your money, you can't really go after women while going after money, unless you are a dating coach. You can do both, but you can't really do that in the regular world. So restraining from women, I wouldn't even tell men that's a bad idea. Like me personally, though, I'm still gonna approach when I got the chance, but I respect a guy who does that because he's thinking about his future. You know what I'm saying? He's thinking about his future. And I'd be wrong to say that that was wrong, man. Because now that you've built yourself up, you look like a muscular guy. Now that you've built yourself up, women they're more likely to add value. In certain cases, not in all cases, but in certain cases. But only an attractive person knows their inventory. Only attractive. It's like being a person who like you sell watches or candy or something, and someone to say, "Yo, selling candy, that don't really make no money, bro." They don't know because when you standing out there and you selling that candy or whatever you selling, you making 200 a day or 150 a day a night, and million of people will look from the outside and say, "That's candy. What type of 30-year-old to sell candy? What type of 20-year-old to sell candy?" Because everybody want to sell weed and everybody want it fast and everybody want to have shit going because they see other people doing it. But your shit don't come with no risk. Your shit don't come with no cops and no bullshit. Your shit is really the right answer. But people will um, act like they know what's best for you. That's crazy to me. They don't know what's best for you because when you're selling that candy and you making that 200 a night, you saying, "Damn, I could finally do this. I could finally put a little bit in the bank. I could finally do that. I could finally move around and do these things." People want to monitor your growth. That's the thing that people be doing on some narcissistic shit. So people will tell you, "Man, don't semen retain or don't go after no bitches. Don't stop going after bitches for a month or two. You can't stop going after bitches for a month." You see what I'm saying? See me, I don't like when it's the winter. That's the season when I'm hibernating. So I found a season where I could lay back a little bit. But I'm just saying, like, every man must seek their own soul. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, if she don't add value, then what the fuck? Connor said, "I have a plain face and can easily after alter my appearance to look better or worse. It's always been about looks with women." What you mean you could easily alter your shit? You be looks maxing? Listen, man, I don't got nothing against them looks maxing motherfuckers, but at the same time, it's like I said, there's a difference between naturally attractive and then doing the looks maxing shit because you're unnaturally doing that. So number one, there's a chance you could fuck your shit up, but then number two, there's a chance that um you don't get as many bitches as you thought. See, me, like I said, me, hey, I don't got bitches all my life, technically. You know what I'm saying? In the technical sense. So anything I do at 30 years old at this point, whether it's a tattoo on my forehead or anything, I'm just experimenting doing shit. And I would give a fuck what a bitch think. And that's gonna make me more attractive. Like I said, I'm not against the looks maxi shit, but do you, bro? Do you? Do you? But I'd advise you not to do that. But if you feel like you want to do that, do that. You know what I'm saying? But I would advise guys to go out and approach 15 women a day first and see if they're really hideous. You don't need to looks max if you're not hideous. You know what I'm saying? But if you feel like you're average looking and you want to just boost it a little bit, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Who am I to tell you not to do it? But I'll give you that advice first to do it the other way first. Sorrow Star say they matter, but they're not everything. I can't kiss a girl I'm not attracted to and mean it. That's what I'm saying. I can't mean that shit either. Nah, yeah, I can't mean it like if I'm not attracted. Um, yeah, I go with that. I see what you're saying. Well, let's just put it like this. I will put it like this. The more attracted or sexually attracted I am to you, the more passionate the kiss will be. So I guess we're saying the same thing. Justine Illusion says they don't know how to play. I like him. I'm average, but I get by. Man, the fucking garbage truck outside. I hate hearing certain things. Certain things bother me, like alarm clocks, shit like that. It just made me feel like it remind me of school. Like it made me feel like school is happening. Uh, I can't accept an average girl with a good personality. Me too. I think most guys are like that. Exactly. Most guys suck with women though. Like they can't even get an average woman. Cause just cause she average looking don't mean she's gonna like you. Um, and I made a video before called "There's no such thing as easy pickings." There's no such thing as easy pickings, and but also like just because she's a six don't mean she's not gonna be harsh on like I said, like people who look average sometimes can't stand anything that's a flaw around them. So if you got any flaws, like a chick that's a six want a guy that's better than her. That's why looks maxing might be actually not a bad thing sometimes because if you come in a little bit above her, like muscles, tattoos, like you look like one of them niggas. You come in the gym, you look like you got the bag over your shoulder, the strap. You like, I'm coming in this shit. I'm trying to fuck some. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got your little protein shit going. You know what I'm saying? Your shit together, man. Like a chick that's a six will fuck with a guy like that. But if you know that you just lounging around and you ain't doing a six ain't fucking with that nigga. I ain't gonna lie. They sometimes are more See, guys be scared of the Instagram models, the chicks that like the Ruby Roses and all that shit. First of all, man, any chick that's just not attracted to you is just not attracted to you. Like it ain't even nothing to even debate right there. If someone not attracted to you, see what I'm saying? So if someone's not, yeah, that's all. That's a period after that. You know what I'm saying? First time in here, how you doing? What's good? Bates. Illusion said, I eat. What you eat? What you eat? Charlotte said you have to be attracted to someone to date. Prove me wrong. Um, yeah, pretty much. And physically, like physically. Verbally is second. People be lying to themselves. They want to make it seem like verbally is first. Physically is first, especially for guys. Like because I like petite women and thick women. So that's a lot of wiggle room. Like a woman could basically be any size and fuck with me. Now I'm particular in certain things, but that's not one of them. That's not one of them. Because you could be bad either way. You could be petite and bad, or you could be thick and bad. So it's a lot of women on the planet that fits into those categories. So I say that to say looks don't even matter that much to the average guy. Cause the guy got cause guys that's not average, how can what is the first thing red pill men always say? Women fuck up. They like to fuck up. They find guys that's above them and they fuck them. What does that mean? Because scientifically speaking, that means men fuck down, right? Because if I'm a king or if I'm a president or if I'm some guy, then everything's beneath me. Everything's beneath me. In hypergamy sense. So who is he gonna fuck then if everybody's beneath him? Oh, I'll tell you the answer. He's gonna fuck who he wanna fuck. That's the answer. That's what human beings do. Period. They do what they wanna do. If a woman don't like you, trust me, it's not a lot of times it's not even your looks. Even that. It's not even that. It's just she don't want to a lot of the time. A lot of the time, I put looks, I don't even put looks at the top of the list. I just know that they matter, but I don't put them at the top of the list. I genuinely think it's things above looks for sure. Um, there's definitely things above looks. With looks are like it's the marketing. It's the marketing of the situation. It's a piece of the puzzle. It's not everything though. It's not. It's not. It's not because there's too many good-looking single people on the planet. Because looks aren't everything. But knowing that, that's where you change. You get better with life, and you work on your personality, and you may become more compassionate, caring, more gentle, more. It's a myriad of different personality traits that you can have or not have. So my stomach kind of hurt, man. Justine said I'm average. Don't listen to her, y'all. She not average. She said I'm average as fuck. I love it. Charlotte said unless he got money. That money shit overrated. Um, money matters. I'd be lying if I said it don't. Just like looks. But and I guess that's what people trying to say. They're trying to say looks is overrated, but I just don't see it because it's like, why would the same guy who will say looks don't matter? I say, yo, bro, would you fuck Rihanna? Yeah, of course I would. Oh, okay. I don't even need to ask why. Just okay. Um, I don't even like Beyonce, but would I fuck her? Probably, most likely, off of the name and off of the looks. Um, I don't care about her money. I'm not a materialistic nigga. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Um, Charlotte said number one, looks. Number two, money. Number three, game. I like that. I like that order right there. That's a good little order right there. That's a good order right there, y'all. And the reason why I put looks kind of up there like that, like I said, it's really not number. It might be number one though, but I put looks up there because a lot of people think looks don't matter, but in reality, they do, bro. They do. They do. They matter to a point where people will lie to themselves, not even realizing that by lying, you're feeding you're feeding the part of yourself that's making excuses about shit. That is what I will do. when you're good, wait, when you're good looking, you're measured more against other good looking people. By who? From who? Who's gonna measure you? You talking about from women? Like a woman to be like, oh, he's good looking, so I'm not gonna give him this ass. That's a myth too. That's also a myth. Because every man's experiences are unique on planet Earth. One attractive guy can't get it. Whereas though another attractive guy got it, on day one or week one, he got it. And it's not personal all the time, you know what I'm saying? Like, and both guys might get it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, you never know. But I will say confidence is an internal game for sure. You can be a 5 or 6 as a guy, average looking guy, and you can have confidence like a motherfucker for sure. And that could tip the scales for sure. But it's just like I tell y'all, man. I think the problem is guys care what women want. They think about it. They want to know what women want, but it's certain solid things that you could copy and paste, but certain things you just gotta understand that it's not you. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, because who you are sometimes it's gonna be better than what you're trying to be. Like a lot of niggas want to sell drugs and want to be tough, right? That was cool for the last 30 years. And it's never gonna go out of style. That's the crazy part. Or wanted to be rappers, right? But now rappers want to be streamers, right? Because they made it cool to just chill out. You know what I'm saying? Even niggas that been in the streets for a minute, they didn't never like the cops being on their ass and annoying the fuck out of them. So they was looking for a path. They was looking for a way out. They were looking for a way out the whole time. It's the culture. People follow the culture, the trends. That's what women do too. Like if you really want to know what's gonna really get a chick wet, it's gonna be you being that nigga. And that supersedes looks right there. That's one thing that supersedes looks. Uh, I'll give you a message that will change your life. I'd wrestle you, Charlotte. I don't know what you look like. I know what Justine looked like. Justine looked good. I ain't gonna lie. Justine looked. When did you realize you were? Um, Justine said, "I choose a man who choose me." That's respectable. That's respectable. Moon said, "Did God create evilness?" I don't know, man. What type of question is that, bro? That's a question that can't be answered. Looks mean the difference between flirting and a police case. If they ugly, they call it 911. People be thinking this shit a game. Like, that's why I made this video, man. Cause somebody gonna watch it, they're gonna be like, look at this fool that thinks that looks mean something. Bruh, they mean something. Even if even if they mean that you're in getting picked on because you do look good, or say you getting the cops called on you because you do look good. I mean, it could go bad because you look good. But what I'm saying is they matter. Your looks play a role. Their tone of voice play a role, don't it? They got six senses. The eyes is the first thing that people use. They lean on that. And it's your aura, and it's the shit that you stand for, the shit that you do, the work that you put in, the work that you put in to whatever it is you do. It's a lot of things that create sexual tension. Damn, they moving around upstairs. Man. I went live when I felt like going live. I gotta get some sleep. I'm about to go. I'm about to read a couple more messages and then go to sleep. Women don't value looks as much as men do. Look at all the cook guys with tens. Women value personality and being comfortable more than anything. You could be cooked, just don't be lame. It's simple. I could go for that. I could go for that, but it's a paradox. Because if you're attractive physically, right, that could bleed into your self-esteem. And then your self-esteem could make it to where people fuck with you no matter what you do. And I think a lot of people miss that nuance. And because people fuck with you, that don't mean you're right or wrong. But the world is not about right and wrong. I mean, technically it could be, but some people believe not. Like we talked about Machiavelli yesterday, and certain things. Everything's not as it seems on the surface. Um, what's right to one person, wrong to another person, basically. Uh, and we live in a harsh world, harsh reality. What's right for me is not going to be right for every other man in this chat. And that's the tough reality of life. So I agree with you about not being lame, but not being lame is open for interpretation, because what is lame? when a woman is following your lead, she's just like, whatever he's doing is attractive to me for some odd reason. She could be attracted to the fact that you never stop leading. Like, you could be cooked just because you stopped leading. The day that you stopped leading, she lost attraction. Had you would have kept being a leader, she would have still been with you. So you said women value looks as much as men do. Women don't value looks as much as men do. Well, I wouldn't say women don't value looks as much as men do, but there's certain other things women survival they need. They like you said, they feel safe in the hands of certain people. But she don't need to feel safe around you to sleep with you. But generally speaking, she will go with that. She will fall into that, whatever makes her feel safe, even if it turns her off afterwards. But she'll go with that shit. Fish Sticks gets dating advice from his mom. That's wholesome. I believe you have to be attracted to the person. And that's from a woman right there, QTB. QTB777 said, I believe you have to be attracted to the person. I believe so too. I believe so too. Said nothing be outside anyways, and people ain't shit anyways. Men and women are both the same. They have different standards for each other. Yeah. Women like a man that's stable or solid. You know, whatever word we want to put there, but it's kind of synonymous. But the same guy, if his life isn't together, could look bad. If his life is together, could look good. You guys have no idea the amount of attention and attraction girls receive. Thousands of dudes a month. You think I give a fuck about your hobbies? That's funny. I'm trying to figure out who's good looking, LOL, in my life. Good looks matter, but they can't lock anything down. That's rude, LOL. Yeah, I can't say looks actually, force the woman into submission to like, or anything like that. But my whole point was, if you look good, you won't give a fuck if she don't want to submit to you. Like, you won't care. Like, it's a revolving door, and guys will try to pull the card of like, your looks don't matter. But if that woman don't want you, and you know you look good, and that woman don't want you, the chances are you don't give a fuck. Like, so it falls on deaf ears. That's what I'm basically trying to say. For guys who don't look good, that look max to become attractive, that's gonna be a different reality than someone who grew up with women telling them that they're attractive. Because looks maxing is like 3 years old right now. That shit was not around. It probably was, but I didn't know about looks max till like 2 years ago, or three. No, probably like 5 years ago or some shit. Deadpool said, beauty draws me to a woman, personality makes me stay. Me too, me too, me too. Miss Ali said, wow. Why you say wow? Justine said, looks don't matter, but I'm glad I got a fine ass. No, 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 Jackie don't matter. You're fine as fuck. Cool out. Yuck. No, 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 no. I'm about to throw up. If that was my son, I'd be like, tell the truth. What you talking about, Justine? You might have been responding to somebody. Flam said they matter. Looks matter though. Plants said you should be worried about that. You should be worried about that. Justine said true. Miss Ali said looks matter, but that's hold on. Looks matter, but that's for me. Who I find attractive is for me. I don't need to compete or compare who I like or want with another person. Exactly. Yes, it's subjective, it's personal. It's like that's what I'm saying. Like, but you know you're not ugly. As a man, you know women like you. So you don't care what no if a chick don't choose you, she don't choose you genuinely don't choose you. Like when you're halfway attractive or not attractive, not even saying you care, because you might not care if somebody ain't fucking with you, but they be caring. I just get the sense that they care because a lot of time a good looking person don't ever make it about looks. Cause in their mind they're like, man, I look this way all my life. I don't give a fuck about that shit. But an average person that make everything, then bro, I look better than you. What you mean, nigga? You know you don't look better than me. You just defended yourself. Or a woman to be like, you're light skinned, you look like you get a lot of girls, or 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 just little comments you'll hear or whatever the fuck, and you'll be like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a different stature that you got because you've been kind of like, I don't want to say like, you know, like the same pedestal that a lot of guys put women on, guys were never put on themselves. But some guys was put on pedestals in their life to the point where and it was looks based. It was not, it was like somebody like me when I was younger, I'm not gonna lie, I was always cool, sit in the back of the bus, always cool with the, certain people. Like I never was like a square. Like I never was a square. Like even though I'm like kind of shy, not shy, but like laid back type of person. Like it's a reason why I am how I am too. But I just don't got that insecurity of being like a goofy or no shit like that. Being a lame nigga or I'm still sexuality or attraction. Um, a lot of that shit is all in how you move too, like how you feel about yourself and your groundedness and your confidence, man. So it's like everybody don't deal with self-esteem issues, bro. Like we all have self-esteem and it could go up and down depending on how grounded you are. But like I ain't even worried about none of that shit. Pretty boy is hilarious. He better rock out. Yeah, man. Some guys is pretty boys. Some guys, bro. It's just all depending on what the woman want, man. AI, AI is very clever, and AI never sleeps. Jamie Foxx is funny. Or, to be honest, I haven't seen a pretty boy in a minute. Truly, like a truly pretty boy. No, they don't make those anymore. LOL. Mm, that's interesting. That's interesting. Um, Listen, Soldier Boy started that Pretty Boy shit. Soldier Boy made a song called Pretty Boy Swag, and it was an era. It was an era, in my opinion, when I was in like high school or middle school to be exact. Some women think ASAP Rocky called itself Pretty Motherfucker. I mean, it just depends on how you feel about yourself. That's what I keep telling people. It's not about like no one's when you're born, you're not saying, God, make me a pretty boy. You're not doing that. Women are choosing up because they like how you look. This is not a, it's not a, it's not fake. It's not a fake, it's not like some fake shit where I never tried to be attractive in my life. My mom would, oh, it's time to get a haircut, or oh, you want some clothes? You want to go do this? I didn't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I want some Jordans. I want this for Christmas, but I'm just saying, like, I got self esteem, bro. Like, um, I know I'm not an ugly nigga. Period. Like, I'm not gonna lie. But it's not to say like again like I'm the guys y'all seen on TV. Y'all grew up seeing a lot of guys on TV that y'all think is fine and shit like that. I'm not going to even put myself in that line of fire because y'all have an emotional attachment to the TV and the radio. So like I said, my mom told me your girlfriend on TV. Who? I didn't even know who she was talking about at first. I look at the TV, Alicia Keys playing the fucking piano and shit, looking all good with the baby hair and all that shit. So we indoctrinated to look up to certain people. So I never say, oh, like, you know, I'm this or I'm that, because I'm not even gonna play that game. But I know in my lifetime, I'm getting chicks left and right. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and it's like, and it's other guys, and I seen other guys that women consider pretty boys that were more popular than me. Women dropping the draws for dude. I'm not gonna lie. Like, so it's just like everybody got their own reason why they getting what they getting, but it's not a competition. Like you said, it's not a competition, but I do believe that someone who don't think they're attractive will try to always compete or make it a competition. Because they're getting bitches for other reasons. They're getting bitches for solely for their character or being funny, or like I know guys who just are funny as hell. That's their way to be like socially, like that's their way to get pussy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not no funny guy. Like, I'm funny to the guys, like to my friends. When we laughing and shit funny. But when it come to women, like I'm not trying to be no fucking comedian. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not me. So I ain't never play that part. So it's like those are pawns. Alicia Keys bad. She still is bad though. She still look good. She still look good for sure. I seen her on Kai Cenat stream. I was like, yeah, she still kind of got it, like no low key. But like I said, we get burnt out on these superstars early in life, man. But yeah, I'll crush. Elliot said, laugh ass off. Justine said, I would invite you over. I appreciate you, Justine. Uh, Elijah said, nah, I think thighs save lives. They do. Cause yeah, they do. They do. Miss Ali said rejection comes from within. Nobody has to stop and talk to you because you look good. It's very nuanced. Hmm? Nobody has to stop and talk to you because you look good. I wouldn't be here if you weren't cute. And that's true. Look, hey, she's saying it, bruh. Justine said it. And I agree with that so much. Not saying if I wasn't average, like you might, it's a possibility, of course. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not saying I'm not average, because some women I'm average. But some women think I'm cute. It's the law of nature. Like, you know what I'm saying? My boy Chief Keef says she think I'm cute. Like, I mean, it's just, there's certain women that I'm gonna find attractive, right? And I'm gonna give them more airtime too. I'm gonna listen to more what they got to say too. I'm gonna see what they think about this, what they think. I'm gonna be more interested in who they are and what they got to say too. Period, bro. 999 said, bro, I can fall in love with any baddie regardless of their personality. People think they can't, but they can, because you will adapt to what you want. Period. The problem is now guys are being like crucified for their raw truth, like how bro right here just said that. Because women, just because you are attractive don't mean that you are compatible with me. Like, I see Miss Ali profile picture. She's attractive from what I can see. Like, but that does not mean any damn thing. And that's how crazy it is. And I actually empathize with women when they say that about guys like me and guys that they think are cute. Because it's true. Like, if you don't agree with my talking points, or if you don't agree with my energy when we're hanging out or something like that, or you feel like I double text you or some shit like that, and you want to fall out over that, then that's them saying you were cute at first, but there's something about you that I'm not fucking with. And like, my whole point from the beginning was, if you love yourself, if you find yourself attractive, those type of situations don't hit you the same way that somebody that don't find themselves attractive, it hits them a little harder. Now, I don't know who the fuck that is. Some chick just sent me a message on Facebook. Let me see. Miss Ali said, but like you said, hold on. Elijah said, that's because you down bad. Not real shit though. Miss Ali said, but like you said, you think you look good and others might not agree. Well, can't that be applied to literally everyone else? LOL. Can that be applied to? That's a trick question, because again, it's like you're questioning something. I just like, okay, it could go. What I said could be, yes, it could be reversed. Like, there's attractive people that don't feel attractive. There's unattractive people who feel attractive. Then there's unattractive people who don't feel attractive. There's unattractive people that feel attractive. So yes, it's universal. So it's across the board. But my whole point was that when people say looks don't matter, and you're not like, okay, my whole thing is this, and I'm coming from my own obviously biased standpoint. I don't give a fuck what any other guy looks like. And I definitely don't give a fuck if like Justine, like Ali, If say this was another guy, he don't look like me, and you go fuck him, you think I care? Like, I'm just gonna be honest. Do you think I care? The answer is no. Now I'm gonna put it like this: there's another guy that's a red pill guy out here on the internet that's going to say, he's gonna look at you, he's gonna see that you're attractive, and he's gonna say, well, women like that, they go for guys like that. They like these Chads or these Tyrones, or say you smash a guy that's average looking or bad looking. He's gonna be mad at that. He's gonna find something wrong with that. Find it if you smash a guy that's attractive, they're gonna say it's Chad and Tyrone. He has a chiseled jaw and this and that and the third. A guy like me, because like I said, because I grew up validated, I don't give a fuck what you do at all. Like I don't give a flying fuck. Like, I don't care. And that's freedom. That's freedom. And that's a freedom that a lot of guys don't have. Some do though. Like you said, it could be an average looking guy who got that same freedom. But what my whole point is that I think from what I feel about myself, what made me confident was that I was always selected in the first place. Like, I don't care. Like, when you're validated or selected, which is why looks matter, when you're selected, like you said, you just tried to humble me low key. You said, but like you said, you think you look good, but others might not agree. Who don't agree? I would ask you. I would ask the women who think I don't look good. Like, I have never had a woman tell me I don't look good. There's been women who felt like he's not all that. I've been told that before, like once or twice. And because I'm in my own skin, I think that it brought me down one time. And that's only because they was doing it from a place of hating. They was doing it from a place of, it felt like hate. It felt like hate. And that's another thing. Just because you a good looking person don't mean that you're not able to spot somebody hating on you. You see what I'm saying? I think, in fact, if you're good looking, it could be a catastrophe for some people, because people will try to tear you down. You feel what I'm saying? Or humble you, and it's not called for, because like I said, people who are good looking, who know they're good looking, like, I would never humble another person. But I look like an ugly person. I can't bring someone down, because I would have to be beneath you to bring you down. I wouldn't do that. Attractive people, in my opinion, don't behave certain ways. And that's another reason why looks matter. That's a big reason why looks matter. Excuse me. That's a big reason why looks matter, because you will never try to humble another person. But that's the whole gist of the video in a nutshell. Good looking people have to steer clear of people who don't feel the way they feel. And just because you're attractive don't mean you have to humble yourself. That's a myth that's been pushed a lot out here in this world. And just because you're a good looking person don't mean your confidence can't go over the moon. Just because people want you to humble yourself. Nah, we don't do that. We don't do that shit, type of shit. I'd rather crash out with a bitch. Like, if a bitch say it's a chick, like, I don't have that happen. Women to try to humble me, but I'm 30. I'm a grown man now. Like, you can't humble me for nothing. Because you want to talk shit, I'm going to talk shit back. I'm going to say something's going to hurt your feelings. It's going to push the line. And you're going to want to crash. I don't care if you think I'm a bitch ass nigga, this, that. Yeah, I'm talking shit. You crashing, and we ain't gonna talk after that. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm gonna make you hate me. Because I'd rather you hate me than for me to change myself at any point in life in history. You understand? So that's another thing, man. Like, I'm beyond that bullshit, man. If a girl is a 10 out of 10, I would fall in love with her based off of her looks alone. Listen, looks matter, but they aren't everything. Like I said that throughout this whole video. But looks they're the first thing you spot, and then they matter across the fucking relationship, the timeline from, say, you dating a chick for 3 years or whatever the case, you're going to be wanting to fuck her more because you're going to be like, you're sexy, I want to fuck you. You know, the way you walk in the kitchen with them, you know, with them hips or whatever the case, that's going to drive you to do that shit. And because she feels that you're attracted to her, that's going to make her feel more attracted to you. I noticed that I didn't care for that. They do. Looks are the majority. At 71, most couples that stayed together married people who were attractive, Vanessa says. Elijah says, Ayo. ISO International friends say looks are more important to men. Women can learn to love an ugly man. Yeah, but men can learn to love an ugly woman. You see what I'm saying? So that don't make women special because they can learn to love some ugly motherfucker. Because everyone's not going to be attractive. That's a natural, that's a given. That's life. In every school, in every classroom, there's only probably 2 attractive people in each, whatchamacallit. Everybody else is average. Now, some people got golden personalities, but that's different. But I say that to say most people are going to end up with somebody that's a 6 or a 7 or somewhere in between. But that's just life. But that does not make women superior because men go for looks and women can learn, which is crazy to me that you feel like you have to learn, meaning it's not natural. You have to learn to love an ugly man. That's crazy to me. G said, what the fuck are you saying, yo? Sleaze says, why you gotta bring baloney into this? Man, fuck baloney, man. That shit nasty. Vanessa said, most people happily married will tell you they didn't get with their type, quote unquote. She says, stop looking for a physical true. Look for a personality type. Looks fake, personality doesn't. Listen, I never said I was looking for looks. See? Never said that, Vanessa. I'm not really, listen, I'm not blind either, but I think it'd be pretty ignorant to say that we're blind. That's my point. We're not blind. And if you give a wise man 2 different women, one is bad, one is like a 10, and the other one is like an 8. That's my whole point. You can't tell no man how to choose, like, because every man's selection is different. That's what's so crazy. Every man's selection is different. It's going to be different what God put in your life. Like, nobody knew Kevin Gates was about to get with that 21-year-old. We didn't see that coming. After Drika, we thought it was all over for my boy. But he hit us with the uppercut. Hey, look, I got a little young fine shit. Y'all ain't even ready for this. You know what I'm saying? So in reality, Kevin Gates is winning. He went from Drika, which is what I would assume my type, to another chick that could possibly be my type. But for people to say looks gonna fade, I understand that, but who cares? You know what I'm saying? Because when you are an attractive man, you don't care about that. Too many people live in regret. Like, I feel like, and I don't know why. I don't know why. Like, by the time I'm only 30, by the time you're 30, you should be having enough game to decipher between enough women to pick the ones that you find simultaneously attractive while simultaneously putting their personalities over one another. But you're not deliberately going after anything ugly. You're not doing that. That's what I'm just trying to say. No one's doing that. People, like, I even heard a pimp say that, man. No, he didn't say that. He said choose the one who's choosing you. That's accurate. But going after something ugly, I ain't gonna say nobody's doing that, but that's not natural, in my opinion. It's somebody's forcing themselves to do it. It's natural to be like, okay, you're not my type, and I fuck with your personality. It's natural for somebody to grow on you. That could be a 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. That's natural. So I'm not gonna argue with that. You know what I'm saying? ISO says attractive people have privileges, even more privilege when an attractive person is humble. Yeah, but humble ain't the right word. Um, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Humilitize, whatever. I guess I see where you're going with it. It's like, for me, humble is a little bit. The reason why I don't like humble is because people don't use that word the wrong way. Like, people don't try to humble good-looking people, and some people will abuse that humble shit because they really don't know how to act around good-looking people. So they think the first thing to be your friend or the first thing to be around you, they got to bring you down. That's cornball shit. But you're saying a good-looking person who know they're good-looking that come in the door already acting humble. I understand what you're saying. But I don't care how I come in the door. If you try to humble me, I'm going to be mad. Because I'm just like, bro, first of all, in life, this is a life lesson for everybody. You can't humble everybody. Like, you don't need to. That's that God didn't put you here to try to humble everybody. There's some people who I believe they think God put them here to humble everybody who look good, or everybody who's a player, or everybody who, because something that happened in their life, they want to humble everybody who remind them of this guy or that guy. It's like, bro, that's corny. That's cornball shit, bro. Like, live and let live. Like, if this person's a cocky motherfucker, let them be that way. That might be what's gonna make them a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? That might be the reason why they get married. You know? But I put this in the content for somebody to hear it, because that's too much. That's too much ism. You know what I'm saying? That's too much game. Everybody not gonna get that on the first time hearing that. Y'all gotta play that shit back. Secret Duden says looks always give advantage. Y'all tripping. For the most part. For the most part. Hedgehog say the real question is, it depends on the person you're dating. Eli said, shout out to Vegas. I see you right there. Said, much love from Vegas. Shout out to you. You look good. Elijah said, what you mean y'all tripping? Nobody said otherwise. Why are you describing my life everywhere I go? women flock to me, flock to me. It be like that, man. Like, and it be like that. And like that's why I said it's a personal experience. People may try to humble or try to say this, but only you know what you see when you're out there. Like, I can't tell a bad bitch, hey, guys don't be trying to fuck you and da 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 da. I'm not there to see it, but I'm not gonna tell you it ain't happening. And even for a chick, that's a 5 or a 4. Because you could be a 5 and a 4. The average 5 or 3 or 3, 5, 3 to 5 on a scale. It's guys are trying to fuck like crazy. So you could be a good looking guy and go out here, and a chick that's a 3 or a 2 will not be fucking with you. That don't make you ugly. That don't make her beautiful. That just means she ain't fucking with you. Everything ain't even connected to looks for people to make things about looks. I'm not a looks maxer. I'm not a guy who's out here like, man, just work on your looks and everything gonna be all right. But I do realize that that could tip the scale. This guy. I don't even like that question, homie. The irony is funny. What irony exactly? What irony? Joe said women have it easier in life. Like a 2 out of 10 gets action on Tinder easy. Women don't got shit easy. See, I'm here to break that myth, bro. That women don't got shit easy. It's a couple things women do got that's easy though. I'm not gonna hold you. There's a couple things, but I don't think what you're saying is what women got easy at all. Because they don't like. Why are they still single? They don't like that. They don't like those guys. So it's like the average woman is just running on autopilot and talking shit to guys and trying to humble guys because they think that guys are stupid because the average guy is fucking stupid. He's not stupid. He's illiterate to game. He has zero game. He don't know what's going on in these streets. Because the same woman who could get controlled by guy A will control guy B. And this is why they don't respect guys, because it's all knowledge based. So she's going to be like, if I respect him, I can't respect him simultaneously because the brain won't allow you to serve two gods. So guy A here, guy B there. They don't have shit easy because the guy that's going to control them, they don't like being controlled. A lot of women don't like being controlled. They like being in submission. Their feminine nature likes to be in submission. They like going with the flow. They like going with the flow. Let me see. Just a reminder to drink water. Who the fuck is you? I don't drink no water, man. I eat fruit, and fruit hydrates. Okay, and you giving the tools action. So why are you crying, Joe? You can be attractive. You just have to find yourself attractive. Listen, man. Listen, attraction is a look, but it's also a behavior, the way you move. Like you said, Justine, that made sense though. Like, because when you see yourself a certain way, or even just being in your body. It ain't even always about your looks per se, but just your energy, the way you move and the way you carry yourself and the way you take up space and the way you own the space, like the way you own but it's not like some act. Like I think I'm not like fake. Like I don't believe in how like a lot of guys they try to act super alpha and it's just like I ain't never had to act alpha or act tough or act this or act that. It's either in my life it was like always you either are doing that or you're not. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I see a chick, like I'm gonna just put you in the headspace when I was in high school one day. Somebody pulled the fucking fire alarm. We all went outside and there was one chick I seen and I'm like, okay, she looked cute. She was a new chick. And all I did was stand by her on some cocky shit. Like, I'm gonna stand near her. I ain't really push up. I ain't really say too much. I seen her see me. And I just knew on some cocky shit, like, I'm the type of guy that all I gotta do is be near you. And once you see the way I move, like, it's gonna make you want to fuck with me. Now that was young shit, but I'm just saying, just sometimes just your presence alone could move a woman. Like, and I think a lot of guys, every man different though. Every man's different. Bro got a mold. Who is GOAT rapper? You date too much, find a wife and relax. GOAT rapper, maybe Tupac or Twister. I love Pop. Plant say, I think he's truly insecure. I just came back after being off my phone for an hour. He still talk about this. All right, man, I'm about to block you, bitch. You don't want to get no fuck what you think, nigga. All that say can turn a corner store mid mommy to a dime piece without BBL money. Grand Rising says, man, if she ain't an 8.7, I just don't want to hear her yap. Miss Ali said, dude, you are funny. What I say? What I say, man? I'm just being me. Evo said, bro, get you out of here. Get you out of here. Am I catching up with the chat? Vox says no. If she growing mold, I might just fold. The fuck y'all talking about now? Not at all. Personality is more important to me. But I obviously don't want a wicked witch of the West. You know, it's personality and how you treat them for me. Love is care, time, affection. Man, listen, man. I made a video yesterday talking about your brain and how people don't know their brain and how it works. A lot of people think game is about disrespect and not disrespect. And that's how one of the first things I know that somebody don't got no game. And they say simple stuff like stuff that they heard other people say, stuff that is regurgitated. When the more you understand about the way you operate as a man, and not only as a man, but as a human being, it's not about disrespect because there's just some disrespectful motherfuckers on the face of the earth. So the average guy gonna go out here, you know, we're all ignorant, right? Like how they say, don't smoke cigarettes. But how's these niggas still getting cigarettes in their hand? They see them in every corner store. They know that it's bad and they still do it, right? So, but what happens is the same thing with dating. It's like, it's not about pretty and ugly. It's not about disrespect and non-disrespect. It's not about these black and white uh, polarities and shit like that. The more you know about how you move, your emotional shit, the way your brain works, all of that, your day-to-day lifestyle. Some people will consider it your quote unquote program, whatever. You just can't, you just won't let losers hear you because it's going to make you stressed out. So then, as a human being or entity that understands self-preservation, you can't. You understand self-preservation is law number one. So you can't live without preserving certain things, right? You got to be a preservative type of motherfucker, right? Other than that, you're going to be exhausted before you get out the crib, before you get out of, wherever or go wherever you want to do with your life. You can't let people around you that drain you in general. It can't happen. It will happen because some things drain certain people. But the more you know yourself, shit that you're sensitive to, shit that bothers you, shit that annoys you, shit that triggers you. Somebody might not even be being disrespectful to you. They might just be saying something that's bothering you just in general. Just like how I was just talking about myself and saying I'm a pretty boy and this and that. Somebody gonna watch the video and be like, man, fuck this dude, man, fuck him. Because some asshole that was a pretty boy to them in their reality that fucked the shit out of them and left, or did some heinous act. You know what I'm saying? Or some douchebag that took your girl from you and he was an ain't shit guy and he was a pretty boy. People don't like certain things. Period. I'm not trying to trigger people. I'm not trying to give people a panic attack, but you're going to step on some people's feet, in life. And it's not your job to make sure you don't step on somebody else's feet. That's irony. That's real irony, right? That's the irony of life. You could be the nicest guy in the world and die broke with no money, no friends, no nothing, because you trying to figure out how not to step on everybody's feet. Make sure when you vetting a woman, or make sure when you picking the characteristics you want, that they actually are self-made reasons behind why you want what you want. You got simple stuff like, I want a woman that could cook. I want a woman to cook for me. I want this. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You could add that in there. But who are you and what makes you tick? What bothers you? You want a woman to be equally yoked, or you want a chick with a fat ass? God might send you something that don't got no ass, but y'all equally yoked. So if you vetting because what other niggas is telling you to do, you gonna be crashing a lot in this shit, and you're gonna be wasting a lot of time, and you're gonna stress yourself out. I'm not just there for looks and genuine love. Yeah, facts. That's the part I'm hitting on. Genuine love, genuine compatibility. And when I say compatibility, that word gets gaslit and taken out of context too, because people can mold themselves to a good person. If a person's a good person, y'all might not be in the sense that everybody else see it as compatible. Like when people think of compatible, they think they never argue. Come on now. Eli said if she's built strong, we last long. Now that's facts. That's facts. I was just making a smoothie. I was making a smoothie with the carrot juice. I said to myself, I was talking like a pimp. I rhymed the word juice with use. I was like, if it's some use is gonna go to use. I forgot what I was saying. I was talking like pimp before this shit. If you can make her laugh, you can make her beef queef. If she got a car, I'm in it for the long haul. This guy. Fuck her car, man. We built cars. Men built cars, man. You can't let a chick use you just because she got a car, you can't let a chick call you out for using her just over some fucking car. I had to get on the city bus. If she got two thumbs, I'm in love. This guy a troll right here. I had the stretch ever, man. That shit felt so good. I'm gonna head out now. Peace out, bro. What's good, solitaire? Integrity is everything. Solitaire look good though. If she can count to 12 and get unemployed checks, she could get on deck, on the dick, on deck. Don't let ChatGPT pimp you out. Pimps do have Rizz. They do. They got charisma, literally. And pimps have a level of integrity, like she said. I think everybody has a level of integrity. They just don't always know how to locate it. Eli said, not really. Other people without integrity will just value looks. That's what I'm saying. I mean, integrity matters, but even that, you know what I'm saying? Everything is like, integrity is big though, but it's just like, integrity supersedes looks for sure though. I'm not gonna hold you. Not in the sense of being fair, like not in the sense of not in the simpish way though. Like, I mean, it could be simped out, it could be pimped out. You know what I'm saying? Marco say charisma, you either have it or you don't. I don't know, man. I don't know about that. Labels are excuses. I feel like the pimps without charisma go to tactics like beating on people with their pimping out. I mean, it's animalistic shit. Just no, because even if they have a beautiful complexion, that doesn't mean their attitude is on par. And my preference, I care about personality more than looks. Well, I'm not saying that personality is not the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying? But I know when I'm on the prowl, I'm looking at them hips ratio. I'm looking at that. I'm looking at that body. I'm looking at your face and the way you talking, how you coming across. A couple of those things at first. I'm not one of them particular people looking at your shoes and all that shit. Yeah, I might take a peek at your outfit for sure, but I'm going to size you up. You know what I'm saying? But none of that. Like you said, when we get into that back and forth conversation, I'm gonna start to peep shit, and I'm gonna be like, all right. I know exactly what type of woman I like though, for real. Took me a little minute to figure that shit out, a little bit though. Because when you first start learning game, you still a horny motherfucker. You just want to fuck. That don't never stop though, but you just learn how to go without, how to say no. See, you know. That's that integrity shit. Most people have integrity. Their program don't have no integrity. Like I feel like people generally have integrity. God gave people that shit. Like people had that. They just don't know what they doing. Cause life is like driving a stick shift. It's not like driving like when you in middle school and shit we were talking about earlier and all that, that's like driving a regular car. It's easy. But when you in the quote unquote real world, college and up or a little bit 30 years old and beyond that, it's like driving a stick shift because you can never, once you learn who you are and how you are gonna move in this world, you can never go anywhere without being like you can't. When you young, you could just run around and do anything, basically. But once you hit a certain point, it's kind of like you're nailed to certain characteristics about yourself. You like, I can't even go nowhere without this shit because it's just that serious. Um, Kids and women collide in themselves and be men just can't do it. It just doesn't. It just doesn't sit well in with ourselves though. Like I said, man, most guys, I believe most guys really don't care what other people think. Like they're conditioned to care what other people think by women, whether it's directed or indirected is a different story. By their mom or somebody told them, "Hey, son, we're going to your cousin's cookout. Put this nice shit on and make sure you look good, and because you want everyone to see that you got this and got that." Guys generally are the type of creatures that are very raunchy, dirty, don't give a fuck what you think about them type of people. Um, and that's why a scumbag could get a bad bitch. Keep your pimp hand strong out here. You crazy. I fell out. You hit the chat with there's some hideous creatures out here. Yeah, man. That shit crazy. I ain't flamed nobody in years. That's how crazy it is. People don't know how humble I am, bro. I went monk mode for real. I really got jokes. We got jokes for, but like I said, I ain't trying to do that shit. I'm being honest, man. It's people levels, it's levels of looks, it's levels of everything. Um, Solitaire said, room full of people who think being a pimp is better than being a man with integrity. Seriously, go diligently seek the Lord. Yeah, nobody in here said that, man. Nobody in here said that being a pimp is better than being a man with integrity. No one said that. No one said that. What they said was that some pimps have integrity. That's what was said. Um, some men rule with their hearts, some men rule with their fists. I like that. I like that. Pimps are noble men. Let me see. Personality is cherry on top. Beauty is everything. Not gonna lie. I'm just playing catch up now. I'm just pimping since pimping. I could do a backflip. I ain't did it in years. So I've been drinking beet juice all week. Sound good. That sound good. I ain't gonna lie. Wheatgrass juice ain't pimping. Pimp juice. Yeah, whenever you make a smoothie, that's that pimp juice for sure. That's the pimp juice, not the simp juice. You feel me? Uh, you gotta let her grow. You gotta let her go so you can break that trick. Life is fun. Just be yourself. I agree. Yeah, facts. Artist said it's 50% look, 50% money. Hmm. I'm the best self when I'm pimping. Artist said 100% money. Ross said 110% pimping. Donnell Jones, Bobby Valentino, Real Pimp sing Usher in the Rain. I'll sing to you when we're alone. I'm gonna make you hit some notes for sure. Some high notes. Boss said, look is what gets you in. Looks is what gets you in. A lot of people saying that looks don't matter. Looks don't matter. It do. I would say it matter, but it impacts the outcome of situations. I'm not gonna say it matter though, because that's a little too. It impact the situation. It doesn't save you though in certain situations, but it can impact the situation. Uh, let me get this bitch out of here, man. This bitch. I guarantee I pimp more of the ladies than the last two who said that. Justine really might be a pimp. Justine looked like she could be a pimp for real. She's selling more than Kit Kat. Y'all really couldn't out together a business plan to save your life. She's selling box chocolates. Looks aren't everything because reality is subjective. Reality is subjective. What you mean by reality is subjective? Well, what I was going to say is the things that make women turned on never change. Even if reality is quote unquote subjective. It's easy to type, huh? Pimping is a business when you do it like me. All right, we playing catch up now. We scrolling. For the most part, it is because she knows if she want you within the first seconds of meeting you. She know. She know. Attraction is like a constant line going across like that. If it dip, then what's she gonna do? She gonna You're gonna be able to visually look at her and see the facial expression, the body language, and certain signs in your face. And you're gonna know as a man, like, damn, I just did some lame shit. You're gonna be able to look and see the physical result of doing some lame shit. So attraction just has to go across like this consistently from the time y'all meet all the way to the very day I die. Most guys are not consistent, so that's gonna break the spell. So, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, when she first see you, that's what I'm saying. When she first see you, you're either gonna be acceptable in thy sight or not. But yeah, man. The only time looks matter to me is when he's fine. If he's fine, yes, they matter. LOL. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like when someone's above that point, if they average looking, then a woman will she'll see that. She'll know it. She'll see that. Even though you look good enough to get it, now you got to do extra shit to really solidify it. But if you are fine to you, then that guy on day one you already know. So with that being said, Justine, looks matter to a certain degree. To a certain degree. But to say they don't matter, it might not even be wrong to say that they don't matter. It's just a bold statement. Like, but as men, we all know looks matter, man. When y'all watch porn, y'all want the most. Y'all gonna find a chick that look like something you really want in real time, right now, real life. And you don't know none of their personalities. It's gonna just be the way she look, the way she move, the way she act, the way it's just gonna be shit about her that's just gonna touch you. Like it's gonna touch your soul. You get to be shallow. Most men, that's the difference. Most men, we want to be shallow. We crave that shit. We don't want to be deep. We just want to fuck. We look at sex like how we look at food. We just want to fuck. But see, when you really understand yourself, then you understand that that's not cool. When you understand that that's not cool, that's not cool. That's not the right. That's not the way to build something. You know what I mean? He said bubble guts is not pimping. Um, Submit to yourself. He said if her credit score isn't ugly, I'm going. This guy is saying a bunch of shit. That credit score, man. Cupboard says, Cobart says, looks are 77% of dating and 40% of a happy marriage. I pulled those numbers out of my ass. All right, man. We about to get off of here real quick though. I'm about to just delete that bullshit. No one, why you hating, bro? No one said I want to see the women this dude dates. They better be 10 out of 10s and not average women. Nah, they not all 10 out of 10. Why they gotta be 10 out of 10, bro? They damn sure not all 10 out of 10, nigga. I'm not gonna hold you. You gotta be in assimilation to think that shit. This shit ain't a music video, nigga. This is real life. Oh my god, I can cook and he's fine. Good looking, non-cooking. He's actually gorgeous. Relax. Excuse me. Who the fuck eats, man? To say no woman's fine, you unattractive is a bold claim. Nah, there's some women that's fine shit for sure, but you just can't be weak out here. You know, a lot of y'all niggas. Who the fuck? He said a Down syndrome omelet. Oh shit. Oh shit. Damn. Yo. Yo, Faith was good, Brady. How you? I wasn't pimping in elementary. I'm about to block this nigga, man. He rambling too much. Turning my shit into some type of Comedy Central type of shit. This shit ain't that. My block game too strong, nigga. The topic, like the video pretty much over, but like the whole video was about reasons why looks matter. But you know, it wasn't like to say personality don't, but it was just, you know, speaking up on the looks. Mm. This nigga named the angriest peanut. Two idiots. Zelda the crafter. What's good? Yeah, man, but I'm about to slide out. I'm about to slide out. I fuck with all y'all heavily. Game like well. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow, man. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. It's Friday, man. I'm gonna have some energy for y'all. We gonna lock in. We gonna go crazy, and we gonna talk some real game because looks is it matters, but it's not everything. So we gonna chop it up and drop some more jewels and gems and all of that good stuff. So shout out to Justine. Shout out to my guy Faithis Savage. Shout out to all y'all, man. Yeah, follow me on Instagram, Game Like Will 30, and all that good stuff, man. Much love, much love. I'm out. See y'all soon, man. See y'all soon. See ya, see ya, see ya, see ya.